Good evening. I am Jordynne Walker, the MHS president. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I am both honored and flattered to have been selected to be president this year. From sitting at my induction, nervous to stand up to collect my pin, I never would have thought that I'd be the next National Honor Society president. But hard work sure does pay off. So tonight we are here to recognize the students who are being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records which established our eligibility for membership, our chapter members are leaders in student organizations and serve our school and community through many activities. I want to personally congratulate each of you and your parents. It is sure an honor, and I encourage you to not stop now. An honor such as this is a wonderful way for the school and community to recognize and celebrate the choices and sometimes the sacrifices that you have made. I would now like to introduce Ms. Davis, our school principal.
Congratulations, current National Honor Society members and new inductees. I am Principal Chali Davis, and I appreciate the opportunity to greet you at this important event. As I was thinking over your accomplishment, a place in our school's National Honor Society Club, I thought of all that you have done to arrive at this moment. Surely, you have gone the extra mile in your academics. You have cultivated good study habits and have sometimes foregone the joy of adolescence, goofing off. Achieving outstanding grades is one reason why you are here. The other two components, character and leadership, are what will take you the furthest in life. It is a wonderful thing to be smart and informed, but it is character and leadership that will improve the quality of your life and the relationships that you have with others. Those pursuits will help you to do more. This is not an end point. Like a hike up a tall mountain, this is the first vista. You are, like me, a human in progress, and NHS will provide you with the opportunity to continue to build your character and leadership skills. I hope that you embrace this opportunity fully by giving your time and energy to the Milford community and your high school community. Thank you.
Good evening, parents and families, colleagues, friends and inductees, and of course, Mrs. Reese, whom without her dedication, none of us would be here this evening. My name is Stephen Vetack, and it is my great honor to have been chosen to speak this evening at the Milford High School National Honor Society induction ceremony. I was very surprised when I was chosen for this honor. Most of the inductees here tonight have been my students at one time or another. And I'm sure if you were to ask them, they would tell you that Mr. Vetack did everything possible to ensure that they wouldn't meet the minimum GPA standard for induction. Yet here you are, so congratulations. The students you see before you have worked hard and conducted themselves in a manner which has afforded them the recognition that they are about to receive. To be a member of National Honor Society, one has to have shown good character, superior scholarship, service to their community, and have taken on the mantle of leadership. Considering the last year we have all been through, I would suggest and hope that our inductees recognize the importance of these values as they move towards their futures. These values reflect very lofty expectations for the future. They are not something that is simply achieved or demonstrated for a moment in time. They are not an acknowledgement of an honor earned to be placed on a college resume and simply forgotten. Now some might say that we expect too much from these young adults in a time of economic, social, and political uncertainty. After all, they're still kids. They haven't gone to college yet. Some have never held a job. Some still can't clean their rooms or wake up in time for school. Most have never really had to provide for themselves. They don't really know what the world is about. To this I say hogwash. It is never wrong to raise expectations and challenge our young people to live up to them. It is exactly because of the uncertainty of the future that those of us who sit in judgment of you believe you are capable of embracing the values these pillars of National Honor Society represent. The uncertainty we face today is crying out for you to embrace these values. Our country is in very short supply of real leadership. We are desperate for people to step up to serve our communities. We lack the scholarship that will render irrelevant the falsehoods and conspiracy theories that are destroying the very fabric of our nation. We have too many people in positions of power that lack the character to do what is right because it is right. We live in a world that continues to ignore the plights of the impoverished, the disenfranchised, and the injustices of racial, gender, economic, political, and educational inequality. A world that is screaming out for social justice. A world that puts self above community, party above nation. As Abraham Lincoln once said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." This is the world that you, as inductees, will, sooner than you may like, and sooner than you may be ready for, will be inheriting. A few weeks ago, the nation watched in horror as a mob incited by debunked conspiracy theories and poisonous rhetoric by our leaders attacked our Capitol, resulting in the deaths of 5 of our fellow citizens. Our country is suffering through one of the worst crises in the past century as we are witnessing hundreds of thousands of people waiting in food lines for hours simply to feed their families. We have witnessed the deaths of nearly 400,000 Americans because too many of us are refusing to take the pandemic seriously. These are dark days indeed. 60 years ago, a new president in his inaugural address challenged the nation by stating, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." These words may sound corny and out of step with our rapid pace of social media-dominated world. But if you take the time to think about what National Honor Society represents, what you are being asked to recognize for this evening, the values it is asking you to uphold, I believe you will see that John F. Kennedy's inspiring words more than half a century ago still resonate a powerful truth, that the antidote for the ills of our society is service. Genuine, selfless service is the hope for the future. The world that past generations has gifted you is not very appealing. It is wrought with pitfalls and perils and uncertainty. But in this world, I see hope. And I see that hope because of you. When one of our 16-year-old students organized a peaceful rally to bring attention to the social injustices suffered by our communities of color last summer, I saw hope. When students and their families in our community are making meals for their friends and neighbors in need, I see hope. When I see some of my own students canvassing or marching for what they believe will bring positive change, I see hope. So in closing, I thank you once again for choosing me to be your guest speaker tonight. It truly has been an honor. Congratulations to all the inductees, to your parents, families, and friends. I say to you that are about to be bestowed this hard-earned and very deserving honor, take this recognition seriously. Stand up and be counted. Move towards your futures with a purpose. And above all, make a difference. You are being recognized for the power that you have. Don't waste it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vetack. Members of the chapter will now review the qualities the candidate must possess in order to be considered for selection. We begin with historian Ariana Brew, who will be speaking on leadership.
Leadership is a vital pillar to the National Honor Society. Obtaining leadership skills are essential to being successful in life. Knowing how to lead a group of people effectively is an important life skill and is commonly used. Different situations can require different leadership styles and skills. For example, Sometimes listening is needed. However, another situation could require a more direct style. It is important to know when to use these different leadership styles. By being a part of our school's National Honor Society chapter, you all will learn how to be a successful leader and obtain many leadership skills. The National Honor Society will help mold you into a successful person and teach you many different leadership styles that you will be able to apply to any future endeavors. Leadership will always be needed in any future career that you choose, so it is vital to learn more about it. I wish you all the best and congratulations on your induction. I would like to introduce Vice President Jordan King speaking on service.
Service to one's community is a pillar and a priority of National Honor Society and its members. But regardless of your membership to National Honor Society, service should be a priority to all of us as members of this community. Service is not merely a list of activities you engage in or a sum of hours to put on a resume. Serving one's community means putting the needs of others ahead of your own. It is selflessness, a trait we should all strive for. It is knowing that you could be playing video games, hanging out with friends, or even studying for a test, and instead choosing to visit a nursing home, volunteer for a nonprofit, or provide personal assistance to others. Service is empathy. It's about understanding the needs of others and feeling personally compelled to meet them, without it benefiting you in any way. It's providing a helping hand to someone reaching out, standing with community members, and giving all you can. It's putting aside your own interests to help others. It's a commitment to doing good, to leaving every place a little bit better than when you found it. Whether or not you make that difference is up to you. National Honor Society may provide a service requirement, but it's up to you what you do with that, how you choose to spend your time, and who you choose to help. My advice to you is to make that decision with a selfless attitude and a caring heart. Next, our Secretary, Erica Faucher, will be speaking on character.
Character is one of the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society for a reason. Members of NHS are expected to be of good character and inspire others to act with good character as well. But what exactly is character? A person with character has moral excellence and firmness, according to Merriam-Webster. This means that a person with character follows rules and laws, upholds principles and morals, takes criticism and recommendations graciously, shows kindness and respect towards others, is self-disciplined, truthful, obedient, cooperative, fair, and is an example of friendliness and stability. Members of National Honor Society are expected to uphold and practice these values. Character is important because it lays a strong foundation for good decision-making, a skill that will be needed in all of our futures. Being of strong character now and practicing good values now will lead us on a successful path towards leadership, service, and scholarship. I would like to introduce Erin Jasper, parliamentarian, who will be speaking on scholarship.
I was afraid that I would write this speech the night before induction, but then my fellow officers decided to set a draft due date. As it turns out, my senioritis kicked in and I ended up waiting until the last minute anyway. As I was scrambling to get my thoughts together, I realized that I didn't really know what scholarship meant. That's probably why I waited till the last minute to write my speech. Well, that's what I told myself anyway. Intrinsically, you have all let the concept of scholarship motivate you. So what does scholarship mean? Google defines scholarship as an academic study or achievement and the learning of a high level. To me, scholarship means trying my best and taking ownership of my education. Your academic achievements, like your love for learning and GPA, are just one of the many reasons you are here today. But to you, the word scholarship might mean something totally different. In fact, all 4 pillars might mean something totally different to you, and that's okay. I encourage all of you to create your own definition of scholarship, and the rest of the 4 pillars for that matter, not just academically, but in your everyday lives. Even after you graduate high school and move on to adulthood, you are all going to continue to learn. That is the beauty of scholarship. By creating your own definitions of these pillars, you are taking the initiative, and that is a very powerful thing. Use these 4 pillars to your advantage and be the most successful person you can be. Be someone who you are proud of. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, officers. And now I would like to personally introduce our newest members. Jamison Anderson. Ryan Anderson. Madison Berry. Holden Bertoncini. Natalie Bunn. Lillian Chappell. Ryan Constable. Victoria Cornero. Stella Crosby. Julianne de Graffenried. Allison Demmons. Sophia Freeman. Adriana George. Colin Gregg. Drew Hodges. Amelia Leo. Noah Matthews. Brady Mitchell. Peyton Moole. Madison Murphy. Tyler O'Brien. Meredith Partridge. Caroline Reno. Olivia Reed. Sarah Sawyer. Jack Seal. Michaela Thompson. Cameron Torlides. Isabel Unsworth. Now please join me in reciting the NHS Pledge. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands and maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Now please welcome Treasurer Annalisa Adkins, who will be speaking on COVID-19.
Welcome incoming NHS students. Congratulations on your acceptance to the National Honor Society. The other officers and I know you all worked extremely hard to get to where you are now, especially with the chaos that came along with last year. 2020 was a year of challenge and resilience. Previous years, members would tutor, stay after school for recycling and desk cleaning, and visit the residents at local nursing homes, along with numerous other ways to give back to our community. Of course, this past year, the common activities students used to gain community service hours were limited. Through it all, members have persevered and found alternative methods to help those around us. For example, trash cleanups around one's neighborhood, grocery shopping for those at high risk to COVID-19, and tutoring remotely. Members have learned to adapt to new environments and become creative with community service. The skills members have gained from these new experiences have allowed us to grow and overcome adversity. The officers hope new members are excited and embracing of the challenges NHS will bring for them during a global pandemic and cannot wait to see you all flourish. Once again, congratulations and welcome to NHS.
Thank you, Annalisa. I would like to especially thank our advisor, Ms. Reese, and the senior members of the National Honor Society for their hard work in organizing this year's induction ceremony. A big thank you to Mr. Christopher Gentry, Granite Town Media, for allowing us to have the induction ceremony despite the unfortunate circumstances of the pandemic. Lastly, a special thank you to the Milford High School administration for helping us organize induction. Thank you all for attending our first ever virtual NHS ceremony.